Live real quick, and our intro didn't play. I think I'm having tech difficulties over here, but it's okay. Happy Thursday to you.
Yeah, happy Thursday. I think he's about to get fired because a bunch of people saying that you ain't being professional, you being consistent. So folks don't know how to chop,
Let me first extend. Well, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Rose Garden. We are always delighted to be here. I am one half of this exciting sibling pair who I hear people really talking bad about me, and I don't want to be dragged in the mud. So let me apologize to those people who were waiting for us last week. I did have a scheduling conflict, but it was for a really good reason, and that we were delayed. And today it's my fault too. So I'm happy for those who jump in the Rose Garden every week. And, we're still twins for a little bit, brother, but that birthday's coming right around the corner.
yeah. Look at a woman being accountable for once. Huh?
See, and look, and not only do we have you, but we got a special guest. I was just talking about him, making sure his soul was saved, making sure he was doing well. And he pops into my screen. I feel like I have like God is blessing me today. Hey, Kiko.
Hello. How's
Thank
everyone doing?
everybody is good. The group chat been talking too, brother. The group chat has been talking, so we have a lot of good things to say. Um, a lot of good content to talk about today. But before we get into that, why don't we just get like it's been a week. I haven't gotten a chance to talk to you or see you. I need my daily updates. Have you
Well,
been
let
misbehaving?
me let me shoot a shout out to Megs for
Your head is not in the screen.
I said let me give a shout out to Megs because I see she had some major operations lately, and she's still recovering or whatever. But just want to give her a shout out.
Absolutely. Is she doing well?
She definitely was ringing the bell on you in terms of your absence last week and your tardiness is today. But yeah, I think she's doing a lot better. Not,
I appreciate that she logs in every week. And I have a lot going on. I'm transitioning roles. And the last week it was actually for a very good reason. Your niece was in the championship game. They did lose,
mm,
but they I had to go to her championship game. So it was at the same time as we normally tape. Um,
mm,
so I was being a mom, and I hate missing her activities. And it was actually really exciting to go to an NCAA lacrosse game, where you see all the refs in the replay at that level. So, but their team lost in double overtime in the semifinal game, actually. So they didn't
wow.
actually make it to the championship game, but she played well, and I was excited to be there. It was a good opportunity. Although it's still very cold in parts of the world, like in parts of the U.S., it was last week we were like in big winter coats, a scully, like it was ridiculous. Like it was so cold.
It's like that out in Nebraska.
Yeah, we're like low 30s, mid 50s. I think there was one day it was like in the 80s, then it went back down to the 50s.
Hmm.
It's
And
disrespectful.
yeah, I think we when I left, we were like 60s, I think 60s, mid 60s.
When does it warm up?
Yeah, it's actually late.
It's supposed to stay
It's
warm
supposed to
up.
be warm already. Yeah.
Well, I was happy to come back to our side of the world because it was just too cold for me. So it was so pardon my tardiness. And today I just, I gotta work because I ain't been working. I
Yeah,
took
I
off.
hear you. I got to catch up on work too. We just I just got back last night from I was in our birthplace earlier in the week.
Where are you?
Yeah,
Was it cold there too?
yeah, it was cold there too. It actually snowed while I was there.
Are you
Yeah,
kidding?
I was hoping to get going to like some good weather, but it's actually good weather out in this side of the world.
Yeah, like I'm loving it today. I saw the sun. I'm like, I ain't never going nowhere else. I want to just stay right here. It's too cold for me. It's like I like it right. Like so when I start complaining, I have to realize that there's other parts of the world that are not in the country that are not feeling and doing it because it was so cold. Like we underdressed for this cold.
Mhm.
Like I didn't
Mhm.
think it was gonna be the cold where you gotta put a scully on and you gotta have your hands and gloves. That's how cold it was. It was ridiculous.
But I hear you on that. That's I don't like it like that. I was looking forward to the seasons changing and
Yeah.
warming up. But
Look, I see Kiko got his t-shirts on now, so you must have known. You must have checked the weather report when you came, or do you?
you don't know Kiko. Kiko be wearing the t-shirt even when it's like 30 degrees.
You gotta remember where I come from. I don't winter jacket only if it's below 20.
Yeah, he got the white people blood, you know what I mean? Like white people be wearing shorts in the middle of the winter. It's ice.
I probably won't go that far. I used to though. I used to.
Tell us the science, Kiko. Is there a difference in blood? Tell us the science. Like you ain't gonna catch me in those shorts.
Well, there was my way of thinking was if I'm wearing shorts and it's that cold, my plan is not to be outside for long. I'm going from my house to the car, from the car to wherever it is I'm going. So that's why I wear the shorts. But if there's a chance I get, planning to stay outside for a little longer than in and out, then yeah, I probably wear some pants and maybe a hoodie.
Wait a minute now. I see do you got Beijing on your face? Don't be cutting up. Your face and got dark. What's happening here?
Just trying something new, I'm calling it part of my midlife crisis. I don't know. But yeah. But as you were saying about the blood, the difference.
Yeah.
I think it just varies, to be honest with you, because I'm very hot-blooded, I guess, warm-blooded, because I'm always warm. I'm always hot. Like my wife, on the other hand, she's always cold. She's literally like a bag of ice. She'll want to cuddle up and try to get warmed up because she's just so cold. But yeah, I mean,
I think not that it's applicable to her, but I think it's something to do with the heart. When you got a good heart, you're warm blooded. Like us. We always
right. Wait a minute, Xavier. Are you including yourself in this matrix that you're also warm? You got to scooch. I can't see your face now. I got in the group chat one time.
I'm also warm, right? Like people, I will be wearing shorts out in the cold and stuff because I got an aversion to the cold for sure. I don't really like the cold. The camera must follow my brother.
Yeah, it was that red. That red is over there attracting.
Yeah.
See, Xavier has a fancy camera. It moves with you. Like you got all that exquisite setup over there with different monitors and different cameras. So you're gonna have to either sit side by side, or there you go. You gotta swing that big.
I gotta take over the camera and get in front of you. Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah, because I don't think I can sustain his weight if he sits on my lap.
We ain't doing none of that over here anyway.
Lord,
bad to my brother. Yeah, see, it likes being on him. See,
yeah, it likes it. Look, they're saying he's the star today.
Yeah.
You know what? He came prepared. He's all that beard. Look, I ain't seen. Boy, you looking good with that dark beard. What happened? Were you going gray?
No, he ain't had no beard before like that.
Yeah,
he did. He did.
I had the goatee, but yeah, it was starting to change. And like I said, I feel like it's my midlife crisis type scenario because I started dyeing it and stuff and trimming it up. I did start with the chin strap at first, and now I'm just letting it all grow out and see what it looks like.
Well, you want to hear something funny? The group chat actually, they always looking at my brother's face, getting on my nerves. So they had questions about his braided braided in the front. And so I said, well, we know what, today is going to be a great day because we have two male voices, right? Two misbehaving male voices. Let me say, this is where Xavier this is where he gets his counsel, everybody. This is a part of the male group chat that we're trying to invite to the girl group chat. And so they ask questions about, my brother's very critical of any enhancements. Okay. He talks about the braided hair and the extensions and the hair weaves and the wigs. He really has this kind of negative connotation about it. And
it's not a negative connotation, for for the sake of clarification, to clarify, I only have a problem if a person is misrepresenting.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand where you're going with that.
Yeah.
So
What do you mean by that? Clarify that for the people that don't know what you
you
mean.
want to take it or you want me to?
You go, you grab
Okay.
it.
So basically, I guess what I'm taking from that is that you know, when when somebody like the female gets all dressed up and she has all this makeup, all this extra extensions, and even the surgeries and things like that, that's not them. You know what I mean? That's like me dressing up in a bodysuit to look like a bodybuilder, and I go out on a date with you, and then when we get together and and we're taking it to the next level, it's like, oh, give me a second, let me take the shirt off, and then I'm some skinny, boneless ass guy that she'd be like, that's not who I thought you were.
Yeah, you tricked me.
Okay,
That was the thing in the switch.
Yeah.
You know, my whole thing is,
or basically, let's say, for example, I go rent this really nice fancy car, pick you up in it, and then the next time you come over, I got like a little Honda Civic sitting in my driveway. It's like, yo, what happened to that nice whip you got?
But Kiko, now you over here look, I mean, this is the most attractive I've seen you. Not to say that you're a bad looking individual, but that dark has enhanced you. Okay. So you have your enhancement, right? The weaves are our enhancements for those who wear weaves. It's not, it's so if you can do this enhancement, why can't women?
That's not really an enhancement, because I would say, like, if this is his real hair.
Yeah, this is actually the original natural look.
Yeah.
All I did was enhance it a little bit. Now the female, they more like, this ain't really me, so I'm gonna put all this extra stuff on to, like the bodysuit, for example. I'm gonna put on the bodysuit. That's not me.
Mm-hmm.
Now it'd be different if I'm like, what, I'm gonna go work out, put a little weight on, put a little muscle on. That is still all natural, but I am cheating a little bit because it's not natural, because I'm actually working it to be that.
So what you're saying is it's minor enhancements are fine. Dyeing of hair, things like that.
I think representing it like properly. Like, let's just say, for instance, like what Kiko was just saying in that scenario, right? If a guy came and picked you up and he was in a rental car, right?
Yeah.
But it was a nice car, and it was you don't know him, you get to know him and all this stuff. But he's honest with you, and he says, hey, I wanted this to be a really great experience for you, so I went and rented this car, but this ain't my real car, Or like I took you back to this place, but it ain't my house though,
Airbnb.
Yeah. This was there, but I wanted to do this so you could have a great experience.
Okay, so
appreciate that over a dude doing that and then trying to make it be like, this is my crib. Let me go to my bathroom real quick. You know what I mean? And do this and have like stuff in the Airbnb all staged up like it's his, right?
Okay. So if we're talking about honesty, so I think I get it. I think what you're saying is there's a little bit of integrity to the falsehood. So if I'm pulling up in the rental car, it's okay if I'm disclosing. Now, so my brother also has issues with hair wraps. Now, I'm Black. You know that, Kiko. Your eyes tell you that, right? Been Black all my life, right? Yeah. So there's a texture difference with Black hair than probably Mexican hair, probably, white hair. One of the things that keeps my hair in good condition for daily wear is I wear a scarf to lay down the hair follicle so that I can pop up and not have to do my hair every day. This is offensive to my brother. And how I know it's offensive is even if I call him on FaceTime, okay, we're not going to the store. Like I think there's a semblance of, decency, right? Like I don't wear my scarf out in the public. I don't wear a bonnet, all that. But this is like a FaceTime call where I'm walking around the house in my pajamas. This man will say, girl, what's that on your head? Why are you walking around there like that with your husband looking at you like that? This is
looking like a grandma, like the abuela.
Yeah. So my thoughts on that would be it might be a little bit different than maybe X's stance
Praise
because because to maintain a a specific look, I think that's okay. You know what I mean? Like my other thing is like when it comes to like makeup and stuff, sometimes I think less is more. You know what I mean? When you have to cake it on to become something else,
No,
that's just way too much. Or if I'm wearing a white shirt and you come and hug me and you left your face on my shirt, that's a little much.
that could even happen with light makeup. So
But
let me
yeah,
ask you this. If you meet a girl, right, and you meet her made up, like you meet her, most women, you're not gonna like, we're gonna come out, with our best and foot forward. How do you say it in a way that lets that person feel safe enough to take that makeup on? I think my brother's issue is his language. He goes, "Girl, that what you doing with that hair wrap? This is disrespectful." And you can do it differently. So help him, train him up.
so I think what you're saying is this. Truthfully, it's all about deliverance. It's how you
Mhm.
deliver something.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You can make your point across even by, you know, being kind when it comes to informing them. But being like straight up front with you with like no filter, that's because you guys are siblings. It's
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
That just comes with the territory. You know what I mean? I don't think he's gonna say that to some girl that he would be, you know.
Ask him.
Well, see, this
Sit
is
here
what
and ask him the
we were saying before, right? Because she was asking me, uh, is it all right to
question.
lie?
Xavier, you got in the camera.
She asked me before, is it all right to lie to someone for their benefit? You know how like a guy, let's
Yes,
just say a girl says to you, so she comes with like, my whole thing is this, right? Like we were saying earlier, no man wants to be in a relationship with another man.
Correct.
So
That's what we call
That's not
feminism.
true. This is a show that's inviting all perspectives. If you are
So,
we're talking about traditional men.
yes.
Yeah. So no traditional man want to be with another
okay,
man. So
okay,
my
good.
whole
Don't
thing-
leave out the other ones though.
yeah, so we were saying that earlier, right?
Yeah.
And so when you were talking about so women always want to say be honest.
Yes,
So like a woman might come to
good
you,
quality.
she has a terrible outfit on that you do not like, and she don't look good in it.
Yes.
But
What would
she
you
thinks
still say?
but she thinks she's really
Yeah,
that's her best outfit. That's her best look.
Right. And she comes to you and says,
What do you
"Hey,
think?
baby,
Yeah.
how do I look?"
And this is how I would respond.
Right,
The response, the
turn the
response,
camera to Kiko. Turn the camera to Kiko. Let me
so
see.
the response would be this. Do you want the truth or do you want the husband answer?
So what's the difference between those two answers?
Well, the truth is probably not she's gonna get all in her feelings. Like basically it's like, so you're calling me fat.
Right.
But the husband answer would be like, that looks great on you.
There you
Makes
go.
your ass look beautiful. You know what I mean? But
So what's the difference? So this is my point. So if you think it's okay to lie for our benefit, right?
Mhm,
no. I don't think that's good.
mhm. I don't think.
No. Lying for your benefit is not a good thing. That's not a good trait.
It's
I don't
not
think so.
good trait. And
No.
but Xavier said it is because he said women don't want to hear the truth.
I don't believe women
Okay,
want to hear the truth.
that is true, but that's what
What part of that's true?
again, when a woman asks you, how do I look in this outfit? You know what I mean? Do you tell her the truth or do you give her the husband answer? Because if you told her the truth, she's gonna be all in her feelings like, so you're calling me fat.
Yeah, you don't like this.
And
What
now,
don't you like?
yeah, I thought you loved me. You know what I mean?
Or you could help and say that color. Like there's a way. Like see, we want to say the delivery. Yeah, now you leave and see. You're here to help, Kiko. Remember, you're here to help. You want to get him into heaven. I ain't got you in heaven, but he's got to work his way in. So
Right.
it's delivery. You could still say that dress makes you look fat without saying that dress makes you look fat. You could.
No, I understand that, but I was using that as just a point to stand on or a point to start on because in reality, of course, you're not going to be that cruel and say she makes you look fat. But you'll probably sweeten it up a little bit so you don't hurt her feelings.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole point is, in reality, that's what that dress is doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So how do you not hurt her feelings by not telling her the truth?
The same way women don't hurt men's feelings and say,
no, I don't believe
you
that.
know, that color is
they have no problem. Women have no problem hurting a man's feelings. I think women want to. They have no, like, you know, a man could be doing something really good, right? And
like, give me an example. I can't see your face. If you're gonna tell the story, I need to see, because if you chat need to see that's you.
I say a man could be doing something really, really wonderful, right? Like
give us an example.
making sure you're safe, paying the bills, making sure you got fed.
Not really wonderful. That's basic. You have said that's not really wonderful. You have said men are supposed to do that, so that's not really wonderful. You better tell me what's really wonderful.
So I would say, all right. So I'll say, all right, I'll give you that. Men are supposed to do, but well, also women are supposed to be.
No, this is not you.
Submissive and obedience. But okay.
Don't deflect.
So
you dare to learn. You dare to get yourself into heaven. We got our.
Let's just say a man is doing something wonderful, like he made an achievement, a comment, whatever it may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say he got that promotion, that good job, you know, the promotion at his job or something.
Okay.
Or you know, he did something really good for the family or something that he wanted, you know, that he wanted to do and he was happy about it. A woman will find a way to burst that man bubble, you know.
Give me an example.
All right, you know, all right, I'll give you an example. If Kiko won't mind me sharing this one story, you tell me.
Let Kiko share it if it's his story.
And you was telling me that you know, your sons, you were in a place and your sons had just walked out, and then you saw that there was a commotion happening.
Oh, that one. You're talking about the hookah lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
So, no, Kiko get to tell his own story now.
Okay. So what happened was, this was early on in my courtship with my wife, right? We just started getting to know each other and started dating and stuff. And she invited me to a one of her friends' birthday parties at a hookah lounge. And I'm like, sure, I'll go with you. You know, I just got back from my gated community. So it was like, so I went, and just by coincidence, my kids were at the same hookah lounge with their friends that, you know, doing a get together. So, you know, they came over, I went over there, they said hi, I said hi to them and stuff. And then we went back over to the party that we were originally going to. And I don't know, maybe a couple hours later, my kids go, "Hey, Dad, we're going to leave." And so I said goodbye. We said we're separate. So they started walking out, and I think it was maybe about a minute that they were like gone, and there was a commotion at the front entrance. You know, the people were getting down. So I didn't think about it at first. My first thoughts were like, that's not my problem. I'm not going to even entertain that. And then I thought to myself, well, you know what? My kids were just leaving. Let me go make sure that they're okay. So when I walked over there, sure enough, it was them and their little party gotten in a fight with somebody, and they were getting down. So of course, my instincts kicked in, and I started doing what I do, or at least did what I used to do. So my girlfriend, or who's my wife now, she was like, you know, you left me. You know, it's like, I didn't leave you. I went to take care of some stuff that was, unforeseen stuff. That this is just how it goes. This is part of my life. And she's like, well, I didn't know what to do. I was panicking. You know, I thought you might have got hurt and all kinds of stuff. It's like, so I basically had to explain to her, because of my life, the way my lifestyle used to be, that in a situation like that is just go to the car and start it. I'll be out there shortly, because we're gonna have to get up and out of here just in case. You know what I mean?
But you see how in that situation, his girl at the time, she overlooked the fact that that his children were inside of a situation where their health and safety was being threatened. And of course, the father going to get in there and protect his. And but she made it be like, well, you left me. You know, like
But could you? Okay, I get. So I'm
Mhm.
hearing a couple of things. One, it seems like the the decision to support the kids seems in this dynamic and where you both were at the time. Because I can honestly say we could have approached this totally differently. Like, so it sounds like Kiko joined in the melee. So you also got down, is what you want to say.
Yes.
That in the melee, you said, "Oh, my kids are fighting. I'm going to jump into this fight," which is a reasonable reaction, I guess. Right? That's that's one reaction. But there were other choices that could have been made in that situation, right?
Yes, of course.
And-
But again, that was before I mean, don't get me wrong, I was already a Christian at the time, but I was still teetering. I was still fighting my demons. So of course, those instincts were still there. I had to fully turn everything over to God before I can learn how to make those better decisions. So it's
Right.
not like I just came out of this gated community as a preacher or a pastor or a
Right.
deacon or anything. That's not how that works. Walking a Christian life is a daily challenge.
Right.
You know what I mean? So of course, I'm human. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm not always going to make the greatest choice or the right one. But at the time, that is, I did what I had to do to protect not just my children, but if the tables were turned and these were her daughters in a fight, I would have did the same thing.
You would have jumped in the same way.
Yeah, because us as men, we're there to provide, protect, and to just
Provide.
and to give them the love that most women deserve to an extent.
Right.
Because sometimes it's not. It is. That's a reason I think there's women and men. Men are more logical, I think, when it comes to like a family, and women are more sentimental and in their feelings and emotional. Guys are not. That's the two different things, and that is why
more emotional than you give yourself credit for. I think that you don't know how to express them, but I think y'all are in your feelings too.
You're right. But the only difference is that we don't put them up front like like women do.
Mm-hmm.
But where do you go then? If they're not up front, they go somewhere.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you exactly where they go.
Where?
And this is why I lead a men's group. I lead the men's group because guess what? This is where men can be men. This is where men can vent.
Mm-hmm.
This is where men can have discussions about their feelings without being judged.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The group that I lead is such an amazing group. I am very proud of these guys, these men that put Christ in their life first, but are still have the opportunity to have a place to speak without judgment.
Does Xavier do virtual visits?
Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah,
he's
been there.
Yeah. So to what Kiko said though, I agree 100% because
you're not on the camera. It's on Kiko. They just love that bread, boy.
The thing is this: with when it comes down to men being emotional, right?
Yeah.
Women don't want that.
No. Yes, we do.
No. They say they do.
Yeah, women don't.
So here, hold on. I want to add this real quick. So you're telling me that you would rather have a manly man, or would you rather have a guy that's all in his emotions, always crying, and truly a bitch?
Okay, let me ask you this question.
You see what I said?
Why does it have to be either or? Like what I think I wanted.
Y'all make it be the man is a bitch. Like let's just say this. This is when a woman wants emotion from a man.
When
it's about her.
Yeah.
That's the emotion she wants from him. She wants to know, do you have feelings for me? Do you love me? Do you think about me? Am I the only one?
Yeah.
That's the only feelings the woman care about.
No.
She don't want to care. She don't want to hear, Are you sad today?
How was work? Was it
Was
not
it-
stressful?
Are you upset at work? Should
Well,
help
you
with
know,
all of that. Oh,
I-
you almost got in an accident on the way home.
I think
Do you think about me when you were in that accident? Was I the first person you thought of? Did you want to call me first,
Yeah.
or did you call insurance first? Why didn't you call me when you got in that accident? They don't give a damn.
Well, I think we should change that, because I think what we've been conditioned to do is to do exactly that.
Mhm.
To say, one, men don't express their love, I think, outwardly enough, right? And it's not just love.
No, we do, but we express it differently. We express it by supporting, protecting, and providing.
So how do we know that's love? Because then you do that for people, like you if you know, we've talked about your past, and did you love all the people you was fighting for before?
I'm sorry, say again.
You wanna know,
Did you love all the people you were fighting for before?
Probably not.
Yeah, but now you want me to believe because you support me and you pay some bills and you fight for me, that's love? That's not love.
Yeah, but what when you said the other people,
Those other people.
did I support them, provide for them, protect them? Not to the extent that I'm doing it now.
Well, I think at that point
there's levels to it.
Yeah,
It's definitely
there's a
levels
degree
to it.
to it.
Yeah.
Well, you were
How
willing to give your
much
life
do I provide for you?
that you were willing to give your life in that scenario, right?
So my thing is this: how much do I provide for you? Will I pay a parking ticket, or will I buy you groceries? You know what? Would I pay your phone bill, or will I pay your rent?
But you gave up your time. You gave up your own life.
That's the point, though. It's how much you're providing and how much you're protecting. Like if somebody, let's say for example, me and this other girl were out in a bar or club or out in public, and some guy said something to her because he wasn't sure that we were together or whatever, and he basically kind of like low key disrespected me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna go up and stand up for her. She's gonna stand up for herself.
Okay.
And if she doesn't stand up for the relationship, then there's really no reason for me to.
100%.
Yeah, there's no reason to put myself in a situation where I'm going to have to. For what? If you ain't protecting.
Look at all that discernment. This is adult discernment. I'm loving this. See, you on your way. You are on that. We gotta get excited now. So here's another question that came from the group chat. This is even better. Look, I'm loving when there's some balance to this, brother. It seems like there's some real good balance to this. So. All right, so this is an actual scenario. An actual scenario happened with the husband and wife couple. And the wife and the husband saw it totally different. All right, so here's the perspective. You go out to dinner with your spouse, your partner, and there's a group of women who come in. And in every group of women, there's always levels to beauty. There's the really, really pretty one. Then there's, the okay one, but that person's usually pretty quiet. Then there's the one who is decent looking, but has great personality. Then there's the one who is got the best personality, but the worst body.
Okay.
And in this scenario, that person was wearing a scantily clad outfit that was revealing and made everybody pay attention to her. So in the scenario, the husband was looking at the woman in the outfit. And when he went to the bathroom, the big lady in the scantily clad outfit came over to the wife and said, I just want you to know your man is looking at me and been looking at me all night.
Yeah,
so
she being messy.
So when the man came back to the table, the wife said, were you looking at her? And his response was, well, I was looking at her audacity,
Okay. So what is the question in itself?
So the women, so the wife's perspective, and the wife is my friend, was if the tables were reversed, right, and we looked at a man that way, she believed that her spouse wouldn't say, I was looking at the audacity. If the reverse was, a ding-a-ling swinging and hanging out, and it's this fat man, right? So she was like, nah, you were looking at this person's body, and it made her feel uncomfortable enough to say something to me to call you out on it. So their argument was like, if the roles were reversed, would you be this calm about it, or would you feel
women do it in a more slicker way.
Yeah, I was gonna go there. So here's my
influence, Kiko? You weren't going there, Kiko. You were going to go somewhere else. Don't let him influence.
No, here's my thought on that. Okay, first of all, both men and women, there's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with you observing and admiring the beauty in people themselves. Period. You know what I mean? Now, when you said that there are different levels of the females, like there's ones that are really attractive, ones that are really, skinny, and then there's some that are more on the what's the word I want to use? Plus size.
Yeah.
There is a guy for every type. Okay, there's a guy for every type. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when it comes to that, if that guy is with somebody who is a little more full size, it's probably because that's what he's into. That's what he likes.
Right.
Now, if he's looking at this other girl because, regardless of, she's skinny or what she's wearing, there are times where people watch. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's people. I'm a people watcher. I go to, sometimes I'll go to wherever, and I watch people.
Don't you get smacked? I'm gonna tell.
No, listen. No, we both do it. Her and her wife, we do it because we look at people and it's like, oh, I like those shoes. Oh, I like that outfit. Oh, look at that hairstyle or whatever it is. Things like that. But that doesn't mean that you're looking at an individual because there is
lust.
Yes, lust is a very, very touchy thing because there is some people out there that probably, lust is one of the biggest sins out there. You know what I mean? Besides, other addictions, but lust is one of the dangerous ones. And so back to what I was saying was that there's nothing wrong with
lust. Look, he's running from lust so much.
Yeah. I'm not running from lust. It's just that's a whole different topic because it is. It's a very touchy and very teetery touch. So my answer to that when you say that I'm running from lust is no. Just don't put yourself in a situation where you feel like you're going to be lusting because again, that's a sinful. Temptation.
Yeah.
Why put yourself in a temptation that you
So you stay away from strip clubs then?
Yes. I don't go to strip clubs. Yeah.
Okay. So you wouldn't for a married person.
Yeah, but my wife asked me one time, "You want to go to a strip club?" It's like, I don't do those things anymore. You know what I mean? I mean, but then again, I started thinking about it. It's like, how do I lead by example? Like somebody says, let's say for example, somebody invites you to a strip club, and I say, no, I'm okay, I'm this and that, but it's something that they do on a regular basis or something that they like doing. So, I guess my question to myself would be, would I accompany him and then show him what it's like to not drool over these people? Would that be a good example, or would it be a better example just not going? And he goes anyway, and then you lose the opportunity to be that example.
So what choice would you make?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Because to be honest with you, I would choose not to go.
Yeah.
But how do I lead by example?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Let's turn the camera. Xadian.
Okay, what's your
shed your soul?
Yeah.
So, Xadian, are you in the strip clubs?
Nah, I ain't in there no more. I used to.
Yeah,
I used to be. I ain't gonna lie. I used to be, but I ain't in there no more. You know
why
not?
I
don't have no desire. I don't have no desire for that anymore. You know. I think like where we at in life, we want more to do things with purpose and meaning. Have more impact. So like right now, for me, like going to the strip club is, I'm just I just graduated from that mentality.
So what would you think of a female who went?
This is the thing. I'm not self-righteous. You know what I mean? So I don't look at it and pass judgment on somebody else for anything that they do. Because I think we're human and we're susceptible to all those things. there was a time in my life where I used to frequent them because that was a great form of entertainment, you know, and, and I enjoyed it, right? But now, I'm in a different place in my life, and that ain't the type of entertainment I'm looking for. But I will say this though, that to something that Kiko said, right? And I love what he said when he was talking about the girl. If a guy is trying to disrespect you,
Right.
attacking you through your girl,
Yes.
and what the obligation of the girl is, to set the boundary there, and then if she does, then I think like
That's when you would.
that's when the guy would step in for the girl. But if she don't, she obliges it or whatever, that's when the guy, she entertained it, then that's when the dude has to reevaluate it. Because I would say, just in regards to visiting the gated communities or whatever, I wouldn't want to be behind the wall off a situation that was for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't think that's like a respectable, honorable, thing. And at the end of the day, you lose anyway, because while you sitting behind the wall, people still actively doing the damn thing. So all I say is, like what Kiko was saying, when people watching, this is how a woman would do that.
Tell me.
Hey, baby, you see his outfit? Yeah. Would you like would you wear that kind of outfit? And you be looking at the dude.
I think that's respectful. That outfit, but that outfit's not going to look the same on me.
Well,
I think that's different than what happened in this scenario where the woman comes over and says, "Your man was gawking at me."
And you know what? There's been two scenarios, right, that were caught on camera where a woman was gawking at a man. One was Jeff Bezos' girl, Laura Sanchez, when Leonardo DiCaprio came by. She was basically telling him, "You can have me." And she looked at that man like, "You can have me." And Jeff Bezos, when he noticed it, you could see it because he shrunk. He looked down because he and all this stuff. So that was one. Another one was with Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck, where she was looking over her shoulder at a whole nother guy, and then Ben Affleck was like, and he saw what she was looking at, but she was smiling and inviting this other guy. Just like I say, women let you know that.
So you telling me that men don't let? I see men gawk at women.
Okay, but here I want to add something to what your friend said, that other woman went up to her and said something about, hey, your man is doing this and that. So you're telling me that if another woman was attracted to your man, she wouldn't go in there to try to sabotage it?
So you saw that as sabotage.
I'm just saying there's a possibility. I don't know. I wasn't there, and I don't know the whole situation or the scenario that played out. But I do know that women don't like women very much. There's a lot of feminism women, but when it comes down to like, I have to come ahead. I need to pull ahead of you because you're not going to win this race. I am. The feminism goes straight out the window. There's no teamwork there.
Nah, it's a cold world.
Yes.
Hey, y'all women against women, the cattiness between women, because her going to the wife, that was way inappropriate.
You think that? Well, I think she was trying to.
The man was just looking. He didn't talk to her. He didn't do anything. He just looked. What was her point of going to the wife being like, your husband is looking at me?
That was a good place.
Besides starting
just
stuff.
To start something.
Yeah. Either because she had interest, or just because she just liked the drama.
Right. And the wife wasn't game tight because she should have been like, why are you wearing an outfit like this? Just calling people attention and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No wonder he's looking at you and stuff. She's supposed to, there's been two women that have handled a situation in a way that I really respected, right?
Give me an example. I can't see.
One was this. One woman,
Once I move, the camera goes out.
All right.
One more.
Yeah, it's funny, yo. That's just funny. One time it was this woman, right? And she had a friend. So this woman, the two friends were dating. Each one had a guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they were pretending to be friends with each other, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And the one girl was sleeping with the other girl, went out with the other girl's guy.
Mm-hmm.
So the other guy, the guy whose girl was out with the other guy, reached out to the girl to let her know, like, my girl is out with your man right now. And that girl was like, how you know this? He said, I looked at her phone, and she was like, you invaded her privacy, and I don't respect that you looked at her phone and all this shit. So basically, she shut the other guy down, which I respect that, because she's like, fuck you, like,
you don't know if he's trying to sabotage.
Yeah, but she wasn't entertaining that at all.
Yeah,
a little bit
get that information herself.
Yeah, so I respect that, because she was, that was go hard on her part. She was like,
so what you respected, though, it sounds like this. She didn't take the bait, right? But you didn't respect the idea. Just to clarify this, that she allowed.
No. I'm just saying that it's not about like allowing, because you don't never have control over nobody else anyway, right? So you can never allow or disallow a person to do whatever the hell they want to do, what they want to do. All you can do is just interpret and accept it one way or the other. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because I feel like this, like, I've been in a situation where the female that was attached to me was out doing things she wasn't supposed to do, right underneath my nose, right behind my back, right? And I would say that in that situation, if I had did anything in reaction to that, like, let's just say I choked her out and choked the dude out, beat them both up, or whatever I might do in terms of my ego bruising or whatever, or hurt feelings, it wouldn't have made sense to do that anyway, because these people had already been chosen to do something. It was just for me to accept it or not. And if so to have a reaction of like trying to injure them for a choice that they have made,
it would really hurt you.
It's showing lack of discipline and control and mastery of myself.
Right.
But it really is diminishing myself if I engage with them in any kind of a way. Because
what do you think of the husband saying, I was looking at the audacity?
I mean,
I think that would be on the guy's part. Again, I don't know.
Turn to him. I want to see his face.
Okay. No, like for the guy part, I wouldn't know, because I guess it depended on the situation, like what she was truly wearing. Was it really that what he was concentrating on, or was it something else? So that part of it, I don't know, because we'd have to take his word for it. You know what I mean?
But that was a good answer.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good answer. Either he's really quick on his feet, or it was true. Yeah, because truth comes out pretty easy. You know what I mean? When you're being honest, you don't have to think about it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So with him coming out that quick, it could be a possibility. But again, we don't know his true intentions. Now, does he do, like, say, for example, does he do this often, frequently, and this is why he came up with that answer so quickly? Maybe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But again, we don't really know the whole situation, the whole circumstances of that, and how often he does it, and things like that.
Like, I think also, like, it's in a man's nature to be like hunting and fishing and farming and shit like that. Because let's just say, for instance, like, it's a well-known fact that it's expected for a man to approach a woman, to make the first moves and all this stuff. That's what the
But that's not what's happening in the current dating environment. I just want you to
no, because of the women's liberation and the feminism and stuff. It's not happening.
Well, I think it's more than that. I think that people have lost the social boundaries and social cueing. It's not just women. It's not on just women. Men aren't doing it either. They're waiting for women and then get mad when women don't. So it's not all on women. there's a lot that's changing the social environment.
See, this goes back again, right? Where let's just say
Don't get
there has to be a fault somewhere.
Right.
So like let's just say, but we were talking about Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden last night.
Whose fault was that?
Eve's.
I say that you give. So Adam always had choice. He always had choice.
Well, the reason why. All right, let's just say right now, right? So my brother's here, visit me and everything.
And
right?
it's such a blessing because
ride with me real quick. And he don't know what we're gonna do. I said, "Mama, stop by the bank real quick, fast, boom." And he's okay, So I said, "Man, can you mind driving? While we go to the bank, whatever we talk, boom." And then I said, "You just wait right here. I'm gonna go run into the bank real quick." And then I robbed the bank, and I made him a accomplice to this unknown, unwilling.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he don't know nothing, right?
Right.
Now, whose fault is it if we get caught?
In that sense, because he was unknowing and unwilling.
I'll do the biblical part of it.
Adam and Eve was a little different because Adam and Eve was a little different. She said, and I'm going to do it. And they both got told the same pieces of information. Don't touch the tree. Don't bite from the tree. They got the same information.
Kind of. I'll give you the biblical point of view.
Oh my goodness.
So Adam and Eve, when God created everything, right? He created the world, the animals, everything first. He created man. I think it was like the 6th day. So he already created all the animals. So after he created man, you got to remember when he created, let's say, for example, a hippopotamus, right? And he only created one hippopotamus. He created the male version of it. So in front of Adam, he's like, "Hey, I'm going to create this hippopotamus or this animal that looks exactly the same as this one, the female version of this. What do you want to name it?" That's where in scripture it says that Adam was able to name all the animals during the creation of the female version of the animal.
Okay.
So when God noticed that he didn't create an female version of Adam, that's when he put Adam to sleep and created Eve. But you got to remember, before Eve, he told Adam, he goes, "All of this is yours. You can run all of this. You can do anything you want except eat from that tree." Right? So then when he created Eve, Adam told her what God told him. God created all these things. He said, "We can do anything we want. Just don't eat from that tree." Right? But because she didn't hear it from God, it was easier for the serpent to trick her. Because the serpent was like, "Did he really say that?" And then that's when she started second guessing herself. "Well, I didn't really hear him. I didn't hear him say that." And that's how he was able to trick her to eat from the forbidden fruit. So with that being said, after she ate it, she took it back to Adam, as how I believe the story goes. She offered to Adam, said, "Look, I ate this and it's good." And he looks at her and says, "You know what? You weren't supposed to eat from that tree. I told you, because now you're going to die." And because of love, I believe it was love, he didn't want her to be punished by herself, because you were my responsibility. So why would I let you die on your own? So he chose to eat from that tree as well.
So he chose, which is the big point I was trying to make. He had the wisdom. He still made the choice. We're not gonna.
But that's love. That's the sacrifice.
So
that is love right there.
So if you pull up to the bank, right?
Yeah.
You pull up to the bank and you like, "I'm going in," right? And that's why I was gonna say it's different. Like if you pull up and then you say, "This is what's about to go down," and out of love, Kiko say, "I'm gonna do it anyway," then it's his fault.
No.
It's not your fault.
No. It's not his. It's not his fault, because if he all right, let's just say in that situation, I believe out of love, when you got love there, you would flow with it in the moment. Later on, you'd be like, "Yo, that shit fucked up what you did," you know what I'm saying? Because whatever. But in the moment, you would flow with it, because you're going to be thinking like, "Well, I'm going to make sure we both get out of here safely," and all this. Like,
y'all are the most. Let me tell you something. Take me to the bank, and you tell me you about to rob the bank. I love you dearly, tremendously, and I'm going to be like,
That's why I
Oh,
say
if you go in there and rob that bank,
the same.
Yes.
I ain't going in there.
You can almost use that same scenario like you're in a restaurant, somebody walks in, commits a mass shooting, and does that make you an accessory since you're there?
No, that's totally different.
How's
That's
that different? You were there. You were part of it.
no, I'm a part of it, but it's like if somebody comes into a restaurant,
Well, you
get
took
you
off
a
running.
gun
You
and
took
say,
off running.
hey, I'm about to shoot these people. Here's a gun for you to do it with me. Then I'm an accessory. But this scenario with Adam and Eve and with the bank scenario, it is Kiko's solid fault. It is Adam's only fault that he let you drive him. Listen, and this is an evolved man. He's dyeing his beard now. He's caring about what he's like and all this other stuff. And you can still take him to the bank and tell that man, look, I gotta rob this bank.
No. I didn't say I was going to tell him I would rob it. I would say, what if I just went in there and robbed it and came out like, yo, we gotta go. Because and he had no clue. He's like, damn, what you did. So what I'm trying to say is this simple. Couple of things in this situation. First of all, it's really interesting to me that God did most of his communication directly with Adam. And also throughout the biblical scriptures, he did most of his communication directly with men.
Well,
then
you realize that the Bible was written by man, and then
It was inspired by God, though.
they believe that to be true. We don't know that.
Okay.
I have to believe that that the discernment has come to, but and
I give you that. But also the whole time Adam was in this garden, the devil, the serpent, Satan never spoke to Adam, never did nothing to Adam.
So are you suggesting that the woman is more susceptible to sin?
Yes, and I think the woman has the serpent inside of her itself.
Wow. This is why at the group chat, we're gonna end it here because the group chat this is gonna be fodder for the group chat for weeks. What we would like to do is the group chat has proposed a battle of the sexes. So I think what we could do is where we can get at least 3 women and 3 men on, and then we can play the game Battle of the Sexes. So how would you like to do that?
I think we should do that.
So the group chat has proposed it. I think so. I will give you a few weeks to pick we'll
get the guys together and figure out like the best representatives. You know what I mean?
Yep. And I'm gonna get the women together and get the best representatives, and then we're gonna come up with questions. And then I think for that show, we're gonna make it live enough where people can comment on both Facebook and on YouTube to join.
I have a question for you. You're saying you want to do 3 and 3. I mean, I don't know what you're capable of when it comes to your podcast thing, but wouldn't it be? I think 2 and 2, like 4 and 4.
Yeah,
because we'll have two. Yeah, like we'll have 2 versions of like
mentality.
Yeah, like 2 that will probably be more like to be. You're going to have 2 guys that are going to be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to roll with this guy.
Okay.
But if you have 2 and you have like 2 separate ones, like for example, let's say like I try to look at stuff nowadays more like biblically. What does the Bible say about women and men and women and what the relationship should look like and what it's supposed to be like? But then if you got somebody that's more like I don't know, from the streets, from the hood, somewhere that's just out in the world still.
Right.
Their point of view, and then you have 2 and 2 that
I like that,
because this way here, if you get 3 guys out of the 4 to agree, there's more of a to one side.
The group thing. All right, so there'll be 2 guys. I like it. So Xavier, you and I will be the host. We can't include ourselves in that.
Okay, let's do it that way. You did 3 and 3, and then you guys be the host, be the tiebreaker.
Yeah. That could work.
I like it. So that's what we're gonna endeavor to do next week.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Unc, Unc Ka, who had passed recently. He was a real OG. And I just wanted to salute him. Oh, definitely.
And Aunt Fanny's daughter died, right?
Yeah.
Cousin Roberta. Yeah, so people are leaving this world and becoming our ancestors. All right, so Kiko, you know I love seeing your face. I wish I could see you in person. Um, and you do make him better. So keep continue. We gotta work on his soul.
Yeah,
Hey, hey, I already was
yeah. He was touching a little bit of scripture last night.
yeah, I
Was
was
he? Oh,
Yeah. He was quoting some of it a little bit.
yeah.
oh my
You
goodness.
know, brother, what also stood out to me, like as an observation with the Eve part was the woman's challenge with obedience.
Lord, listen, you just
Her man, her partner.
that Kiko did not say that.
We can
Kiko.
do anything in
Oh,
here
okay.
but that tree.
Yeah.
And then she should have said, regardless of whoever, the serpent or whoever, she should have said, my man told me not to. And that's enough. My man said no. And
That
I'm
is
not
not
going to do
what
it. My
Kiko said.
man told me not to.
That's not what Kiko
Instead of
said.
doing that, then that's why I said, like, instead of doing that, when she brought back that forbidden fruit, she didn't even tell Adam that there was a serpent, that somebody even told her about it. She just said, I ate it. When she could have been like some serpent. So then Adam, if she had told him that, I thought I told you that we ain't supposed to do this.
Yeah.
You let somebody else tell you different and you went with it, maybe he would not have ate it.
Yeah, I get a different point of view for that is like this, like you and your husband, right? And your husband's like, hey, let's not do this. And then some guy that you find, semi-attractive, or you're attracted to him in some type of way, and he says, no, I think you should do it. And you do it anyway. Then your husband's like, I thought we agreed we weren't going to do that. But you listen to somebody else instead. Wait, somebody you don't even have a relationship with.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You don't have a relationship with that person. You don't even, you haven't even, you don't know that person that well that you chose
him.
Yeah, you chose
over your husband work.
Lots of food for thought. I can't wait till we do our battle of the sexes. Lots of food for thought. Y'all be safe. The world is a very interesting place. I can't wait to do battle of the sexes. And brother, you got any last words before we go?
No, since I enjoyed doing this with you, and shout out to brother Kiko for joining us on it.
Looking good over there, all debonair. This is what look what God can do in a good wife.
I will. I can agree to that to some extent, because she has helped me stay straight. You know what I mean? She's the one that encouraged me to do this men's group. She's the one that encouraged me to continue my walking with God, even though I've already chosen it. But don't get me wrong, I do slack when it comes to that. But there was a time where I was feeling like no purpose. I lost my purpose. And her suggestion was, you need to go talk to X. I came out here, I talked to X.
You need to talk to X. X need to talk to you.
X and I, we help ourselves see clearly.
There you go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And with that said, I came out here, talked to him. We talked about some things, and it gave me something to look forward to. And then when I went back, that's when the wife was like, you should try to go to a men's group. And that's when I started, why not? I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? That I don't like it and I just stop going? And now look at me, I lead a group.
That's awesome.
But if it wasn't for her pushing it, I probably wouldn't have done it.
No,
well, look, I told you
isn't that a good helpmate, a good spare rib right there? That great example.
I told you what a good wife will do. All right, bye for now.